So Nana, we don't make a reason that that's a show your vibes. In between now still in a
Yeah, man.
I know I tell back to me about
No, sir.
I don't know. I know me can reason still, isn't it? From where there's like she not see
Good night, good night, good night. Christina, good night. Arlene, good night. How are you, sweethearts? Ah. You know, everybody talk about this thing here. We just wait on a couple more people to come on. But the school thing with the jacket, and I see everybody talking about it. I think I know the school well. I know the school well. And I know they believe in discipline and stuff.
everybody was kung fu. It's the singer Black.
But God, man, the time cold and kids come at school. Are you really going to take off them coat? Come on, man. You know, when you look into something, it's the thing that we major in and minor things. And the major things them it we take for minor. It's just a weather pattern change. Because we not used to them a kind of cold something. This colder than what would be, and the kids them a shiver. Are you not take off them jacket? You wicked man. You shouldn't be in school, be no principal or no teacher or nothing. If you don't have them type of dirty attitude and dirty ways. You know, in a school, you don't have animal art. And some of you that put on a dog and wrap them up. You know, wrap up on a dog and on a cat. Good night, Betty Ann. Morel, good night. You know, wrap up on a dog and on a cat. I want to spend $1,000 on the animal them. And imagine if they then come to school with them like a coat on. And because I'm a coat with school name on their school, so they don't want to force parents to buy them. I want to take them off and pitney them a shiver in a coat. You know wicked? You know wicked? And I know the school quite well. I know the school is a disciplined school. I know they discipline the children there. And them to take certain type of pitney at their school. You have to have certain grades that come out of the kindergarten school. I know school quite well. And I know them policy and what they stand for, standard. But no, man, this is not a standard. This is no standard. This is clear evil. Oh, I put on my TikTok, yeah? Do you remember something I put here? Clear evil. Clear evil. Let me depend this up place, you know. Me say, Nadi, I want different Jamaica from where you grew up here. I don't know when last you come, but everything different. I'm not saying
corruption is ripe in the PNP. It is a
the brother you can get up and chat. I can take him sometime. Some of them money up you know say social media make you know say some mama man really devout. Jesus Christ. Oh, me should have changed me something. I never remember. But let me stop it, huh? Let me go again. Take it, pitney them. Take off them jacket. In the cold. When a wicked man. When I have to deal with kids. Hi, Morel. Good night. Well, give me a minute. Let me just set up this. Them, it time cold. Well, it's not so cold now. This morning it's cold, but now not cold. But it rain. It rain. And I see some images coming in where some place flood out. But I say God set me up on a rock, you know. Let me do it the phone. God set me up on a rock. I don't have no flooding. I don't have no flooding. And well, I never experienced no earthquake per se, so I don't know maybe what would be the end result of that. For all the years, I never flood out. I never. Miss, every minute you're looking at news is a corruption. Look here. Disaster Fund Committee missing in action for 2024. The National Disaster Fund Committee, which has the critical responsibility of managing national. That's why they couldn't even do nothing before the hurricane. Signing off on some to be allocated for relief and other purposes in the wake of a natural disaster has been non-functional for the past 2 years. We have to ask if the Auditor General know what she said with that, because we could have seen that in the even after the hurricane, there was nobody to respond. It's the citizens of the country and the diaspora who were there 2 year alarm bells went off when the Director General of the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management requested $350 million for Hurricane Melissa relief effort, only to discover that no committee had been appointed. Huh? No committee had been. Nadi sent floating art. Thank you, Nadi. Come on, people. Come on. When I run round on the liberator talk about Jail and Silvera. Jail and Silvera got pay him penalty for what they do. Well, who in jail pay got pay a penalty for what they do. Sharon, good night. I you see? You see problem? We have some so-called Christian, you know, man. And them are my problem, you know. Let me repeat it. Some so-called Christian. You know, it's my biggest problem. Why you know my problem? You know, don't honest to say the direction in which the country is going is wrong. Thank you, Del. You don't have the courtesy, the moral, and the integrity to come out and say, you know, we support the party, but right at this time, what we are seeing coming out is unacceptable. Huh? Who know a problem? Who knows the problem too? You know, so-called labor right Christian. Who don't really agree with all of them news every minute I come out? Who don't left that one go on? Who don't see the university thing, right? Who don't see it, you know? Who don't see it? And none of uno no come say nothing. Jill, good night. Thank you, Christina. How about that, Christina? Our flowers? None of uno no come say nothing. None of uno. I'm going to tell all on up on my life. Beware of the people they want to mix up with, so them are church people. You hear? Beware of them. Beware. What me sound for do? And if a pastor is a labor right, if a pastor want labor right, if a pastor want labor right, pack up on a bag and leave. And find a little church where you see one little old man or one little old woman where walk worthy. I want to go sit down there and take the word. They may not know it all in its glory, but they may just be the person for you. Hi, Jennifer English. How are you? Do you hear what I'm saying tonight? Do you all hear what I'm saying tonight? Let me say it again. One of the biggest problems in Jamaica is the Christian and we say them a labor right. They don't have the moral capacity to say when something is wrong, it is wrong. You know enough of them answers? Well, the other side do it to all of them are the same thing. To all of them are the same thing. Natalie Anderson. Christian overall. Not all Christian. You can't come generalize that. Thank you, child of God. You can't generalize. Let me tell you. And not even all religion going to politics either, because the Jehovah's Witness them don't vote. So, Melissa, good night. Michael, good night. I wear my balance. And I'm looking what is before me now. I'm not busy whether that mean that the past or not. I look what is before me now. Past or past, it can't come back. More than wolf in a sheep clothes. So you must be one labourer. Until you don't talk certain way, you just know how to support. You're not just naive fan talk the truth. You see the difference with me and now. When PMP wrong, they wrong for me. But on the say for the labor right wrong. So that's the way the difference is. That is the difference between me and you. I speak truth because I know say you're not blind and you see it. I know you don't blind to what I'm saying. Is that you don't accept what it is. Then how you have be a child of God? Man. Disaster Fund Committee missing in action for 24 months. You know 24 months how much here? 24 months how much here? And they couldn't respond. There was no money. See there? When the Director General Office asked, no committee had been appointed. So no money would be there. Shelley, good evening. Nobody would be there. But I must be honest, man. Look here. If the country go up, it go for everybody. And if it a go down, it a go down for everybody. It no matter which P you be. So when we say the truth, we must say the truth. Running for come typing about Jail and Silvera. Now have nothing to do with government. That now have nothing to do with the government, you know. Jail and Silvera will pay his penalty. You know where I go? Prison. You think prisoner miss him? Council of Church. They're going to come out when it's pleasing to them. So when they then run out when they hear so them will get money. And when Wilmington in liquor, they run out quick. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. We must learn to weigh a balance. Whether we are PNP or if we support JLP. Hi, Winnie. Respect to you. Let me say it again. We must as a people learn to weigh a balance. We must learn to weigh the balance. The place a mash up. When I say place a mash up, we pay corruption. Thank you, Jervan. We come in everything we are talking about with a cuss one another and a carry on like we are idiot. And the thing a mash up. You think when we forgot hospital, it our PMP I got hospital? When I get pan top of my nerves now. When people are talking to someone I mate a chat nonsense. All the way the Auditor General come out and talk about. And when me talk about on this platform before she even come and talk them. I mean, me see what going on the girl. Listen, you know, I come here and I tell you that I went to Westmoreland and I went to Petersfield. That was one of my first trip to Westmoreland. And when I went there, I came and I tell you that I see trucks come on there with not government name, but and I take my eyes and I see it for myself. And I came here and I share the story with you guys. I may say, how Tova is from North Trelawney and Dwayne Valls is the member of parliament for Westmoreland Central. And she left Fair constituency up in a van, and the van of a charity organization, foundation. And when I saw it, the second time I go back, I see a different van come there with the name of a foundation. And I come here and I say, the PNP need to look into all the new foundation that has been formed since Melissa and find out, get to the bottom of it, find out who are these directors and everything. That's how they distribute the thing them. So this guy's the thieving element. I'm come here and tell you. So see the Auditor General come out now with the same thing that I came here and told you guys. ODEPM fall short in documenting item purchase. This is another finding. 9 minutes ago, see it here put up by the Auditor General. See it there. See it there, people. How can you be a Christian and still supporting these things? Tell me now which ever creation. How can you even say you're a Labour right and you support the Jamaica Labour Party? And you see all of these things have come out and you don't feel a way about it? You don't feel no way about it? Good night, Maureen. How you doing, sweetheart? No. No. I don't remember, so all Darrell Valls him. You see all you Darrell Valls? You see you? You see unless you repent. You see unless you repent. You have one nasty, dirty, I don't know how to describe your ways that you have. You have one dirty, nasty ways about you. Anytime you get trapped in your corrupt ways. You act like you're a bad man. And you see all of the people up at Western. You see all of in a Western Portland. And uno cast all of them as something here. All of up at Western Portland. We vote for Darrell Valls and uno and the Christian uno up there. Uno, the pastor and the bishop them. Uno I cast at it. The people them for left on the church. The people them for walk right out there. Uno are the cast for all of them sitting here where it happen. Uno. Huh? The man came out and said them get 700 starlink as donations. Yet they go buy 200 more starlink and have some of them still pack up in a storage. And we can't hear nothing. We can't hear about the school bus. We can't hear nothing about the school bus. Nothing we not hear again about the school bus them. How much $1 million buys all junk school bus? And how much come and how much we come? And we not hear nothing. And we can't ask the question because nobody can talk to me. And them the something. And them the kind of something uno support. And so not Christian. Eh? Them kind of bad behavior. The people of Jamaica taxpayers' money can't ask no question. Because bad man that come bad way up. Bad man. Bad man in a parliament. Bad man in a parliament I come bad up the Jamaica people and say him not take no talk and him not apologize. A bad man thing a go on in a parliament. Where say sure him choose Jamaica. No, a bad man. And the PNP them bad mind. And they just want me. We want to know. Alright. Winnie, good night, Winnie. Winnie, me greet you. Last eh? Where is a bus then? Well, let me say me find my school bus then. Hey, if you get locked up. If you get locked up. Too much of something I find out nobody now gone to jail. What happened? Daryl Val. Me still have my school bus. Where is the remainder of the school bus that you promised to come here by the end of December? Where is the school bus? Where is the procurement and the ability to show us the receipt? Since you're so bad and mighty and big, nobody bring up your big mouth, because we know so when you bring a big mouth, because we're not fool over here. So we know so when you come with the dirtiness, you come with your big mouth. If you come frighten the people. Let me tell you something. We're not afraid of you neither. Nobody in Jamaica is afraid of you. Nobody in Jamaica is afraid of you neither. You need to come and tell the people where are the remainder of the school bus. We need to know why you get 700 starlink as gift. Why there was a need to go buy 200 more for $12 million when people have no tarpaulin. I'm going to show you all them people are wicked enough people. I'm going to show you all them wicked. And that's why I say all of the Christian will come out and support it. You it's as wickeder. Wickeder. Is there a word name, sir? Trems, me know you can't tell me for word, right? Wickeder. Or we can make one word that tonight. I know wicked and them. A wicked. I know wicked and them. The wicked bad man. Who overseas people come here and set up kitchen to feed our people? The government of Jamaica never set up one. They never set up one tent in the ravage here. Tough time take a helicopter and carry one apple. I want with the people, one patty and one apple to give people them. A couple people get. One patty and one. The government, you know. Andrew go in too long and he may go in too long and then it's time we carry patty and one apple to give people them. And me, where? No have nothing. Me when I have nothing. Me when I have nothing. Drive for 4 hours. I'm going to give the people them more than an apple and a patty. Eh? And we must sit down and nobody enough ask you no question. Who you think you are? Who you think you really are? I notice a dirty attitude all in a parliament of blood. I should have been in a parliament, they see. Maybe I have to go kneel down and fast and pray and say, God, you know, I have sinned and trespass against you, but I have to tell this man something. Because you're going like say you're mighty. But you say you're going mighty, you must come down. You must come down. I doing. Yo, Ronnie, so that in the day though. Lovely, good night. The way the man a carry on. Same put us for another one. Where I say panning. Hold on. Let me look back for Wednesday. Today I see him put out another statement. Say the PNP I make much out and nothing, something like something. Let me look back for it. But me know me read it. So the PNP want make not something out and nothing. What you mean by? And you put out no apology. I didn't look at dirty ways that I don't like with him, man. Him not humble himself. As a lawmaker, he not humble himself. He have nothing about him. You don't have no class. You must feel like so the way you go and make you somebody. You're nobody. All you are going like you come out and going like you're bad and I'm afraid of nobody and on a bad mind and I just are going with yourself. Daryl Valls, you only make yourself look like a stupid idiot. And you're not afraid of nobody and I don't just feel like so that make you the best now, you know. Oh, me big man, me bad and I saw you want to feel. Let me tell you something. We're only human being here. And a flesh and let me tell you something, Daryl Valls. A flesh and blood make up all our here. Flesh and blood make we up. And we only here for a little time. The Bible says, see, what is our life is like a little vapor that appeared for a little time and then it vanished out. My brother, you're not bigger than me and you're not bigger than nobody else in Nepal. You're not bigger than the people that in Jamaica. You're not bigger than nobody. Because you get one little power in your hand as member of parliament, you feel like I say you're God. You're no God. And you must come down. You say anybody will love exalt themselves must be a base. He that exalted themselves will be a base. Brother, you go come down. You're going too much now. I have no manners and no behavior and no respect for the Jamaica people. Who you think you are? And another one now. As I said this morning and I say it again, you see? I don't really want to come here. And I Odin, me greet already Odin and bash people, you know. Because I know some of we are balance and I know my boundary. But then people you have to highlight it. I say Marlon Morgan him next. Put out one statement. But Mark Golden must remove Dennis Garden from the PAC. I mean, I said, but wait here. Then I'll know the Auditor General then call the name of you know them say him. So on what grounds Marlon Morgan? You're another one. You know some me feel something wrong with you. Marlon Morgan. Something wrong with you. Me don't know if I too much weight you have and you need to go take off some. Or you're confused. Me don't know. But on what grounds should Mark Golden move Dennis Garden? I hear what I say, I'm not support him for do wrong. But you say if Dennis Garden even get leeway through university hospital for anything, somebody else will blame before you blame Dennis Garden, you know. And who authorized it? Marlon Morgan. Would there be somebody because Dennis now work a university hospital. So in order for him to get it, somebody there have to give him. So before he move him, we want to know who give to him. It could be a trick to remove the money later. That's how I see it too. Back we ask the question here, people. If this now is a well-worded question to be asked. Let's say Dennis garden get the tax exemption from the University of the West Indies? Don't somebody up a UE would have to give that authorization? Don't somebody up a UE would have to allow him to bring in these machines if it is so? So who is the person? Marlon Morgan. If you know all of them something, then me agree with you. You need to come and tell me who. Another question I want to ask you, Marlon Morgan. Did the Auditor General say 4 company and they only name company 1, company 2, company 3, and company 4? Marlon Morgan. And so the report says. So how we jump from number 1 company and reach a number 2? Same like I don't know if a number 2. So I don't know number 1, number 3, and number 4. You know I know who a number 1 company and number 3 and number 4 Marlon Morgan? You can't squat Miss Curiosity Kid. Everybody will listen to me. I answer the song. Make we talk here. Make we reason here. If the Auditor General report came out and said 4 company benefit from the exemption, the tax exemption, and bring in things and use university hospital in order not to pay the taxes, somebody up a UE must authorize it. All right? So we need that. Now, how nationwide and the Jamaica Labour Party on a surrogate where I and a run around? How the lucky stuff you just know number 2? I only know number 1. I only know number 3. I only know number 4. Something there right. We say fly up in our head. I would recommend that we don't discuss this matter. You are giving credence to the nonsense respectfully. What kind of foolishness you come back and tell me so now? I wish it name Shacky Shack, something like so. Good night. Cocoa bean. What you mean by me not for discuss it? So what me for discuss? Tell me what you want me for discuss. Tell me what me for discuss. So me not for discuss when Marlon Morgan come out here and talk say Mark Golding for make Dennis Gardner resign. Me not for come and talk about it. Me talk about it. Me talk about it. Me talk about the starlink and me talk about everything when me say I go on. And me talk about everything when me say the Auditor General put out. Me talk about it. Let me read when Marlon Morgan put out. Right, me talk about. I can look for the article and read it. So them for talk and we not for talk. Yeah. Can't work. I know we for talk. You saw me talk about child of God? Hold on, we're going to talk about. See it here? I know the right one. That hold on. Morgan slam Golding. See headline here? Morgan slam Golding for not removing Dennis Gardner from PAC. Government Senator Marlon Morgan is criticizing PNP President Mark Golding for failing to remove Dennis Gardner as a member of parliament Public Account Committee and securing his resignation. Senator Morgan comment following nationwide report on naming Jagden, which is owned by Gordon, as the beneficiary of the UOWI inappropriate use of the tax exemption. Status to import 12 dialysis machine. So the question me come here for ask, because me not keep it to myself and answer it by myself. Oh, Diane, Jesse. Oh, good night, Diane. Elaine, good night. So the four company owned by Dennis Garden. Company 1, Company 2, Company 3, and Company 4. That's the question I want to ask them. All of the company they owned by Dennis Garden then. The four company. IOB, good night. The four company owned by, but him not see that. Him not see Dalrymple. You saw them people, I'm sure none of them people are hypocrite, you know. I'm sure none of them people are big hypocrite. Dalrymple was charged. And she come out and lied to the Jamaican people. So she not guilty. Then she go confess and say she guilty. And she resign. And you know what I do? You know, take taxpayer money and run election, by election, couple months before the general election. And put her back in a South Trelawney. And she run as the candidate for the Jamaica Labour Party and win the seat and come back and sit down back in the same parliament. And you, Marlon Morgan, don't see nothing wrong with that. Right? James Robertson name call up in all kind of something. All kind of something. And you don't see nothing wrong with that. George Wright image was seen on camera. And you make him resign. And you take him back and put him for a run back as member of parliament for Central Westmoreland. And if he had win, he would have sit down in the parliament again, Marlon Morgan. And me not even go bother call Darrell Val. Me never bother call Floyd Green. Me never go bother call Andrew Wheatley. Me never go bother call where one up at Westmoreland, up at St. Mary name again. Eh? Every one of them tarnish. Your boss, Marlon Morgan, still not certified. You don't believe say should have resign? Marlon Morgan. Let me your reason. You don't believe that your boss should have resign. Eh? You don't believe say your boss should have resign. Marlon Morgan. You don't believe say with all we are going in the health sector under the watch of Christopher Tufton. You not thinking should have resign. But no, you run out. No, you run out. We say you might same thing like in boss Alien. You run out about Mark Golin to make the man resign. Well, I am gonna say this, and I know I may get a little backlash with this, but I gird up my line like a man, you know. I gird up my line. Then hold on there. As I type in that let me ask Marlon Morgan another question. I will make Chan can travel to America. Why am not on a visa? And me not in a parliament and me a visa. So how me get visa and he can't get none? Why? Me have an American visa. Why the Minister of National Security don't have a visa? Marlon Morgan. You're right, but curiosity kid. All him mix up in the same thing too. All for him mix up too. I Club Social. All him too. So Marlon Morgan, if you live in a glass house, use a good night. If you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. I don't know if you know that song. If you live in a glass house, not throwing a stone. Because I tell you something. You may only mash one glass for the somebody, but for your one a whole heap of a splinter. Because right now, the Jamaica Labour Party is a splintered, thieving, corrupt party. Oh, if you go up there, them are going to hold you. Thank you, user. Thank you. No, this man can't tell what Mark Gully need for making put in resignation and you're ready. With your nonsense self. So all we are going around you is okay. All we are going around you is okay. Thank you, Tiny. Thank you for the gift. Somebody talk to me tonight. We're saying was at the education ministry stealing money too. Oh, bird of a feather them, man. It's a disgrace for the country, people. Marlon Morgan. The news then will come out and look good. It not look good, brother. So you come and blame the PNP. The PNP is not the government. And that doesn't mean them for do nothing bad or their name for call up in and nothing bad either. But they're not the government. Pay attention to your party. Oh, Grace McLean and him boss. I remember the story. Blue, good night. How you doing? You run out for come contact about the PNP. You and Daryl Valls. I look somebody for afraid I don't know. That's no problem. Remember, I know. The found out we can put out something. But we're in favor, Tumblebuck. Oh, where's her? Last bird of a feather. Where is Fergie and Mansa? I never see Fergie him from with them and say look like he must be cold enough and have somebody locked down with. I don't see him neither. I say Mansa. This morning or yesterday morning, I say Mansa come on. I say Mansa, brother, them dash me. You might try making yourself relevant. But that's why I call for him name to Doreen. The whole of them. Where you say, if you have a wet mango. If you have a wet mango. Oh my God. No, sir. This not look good at all. Anyway. I make me laugh tonight. Me like the live tonight though. Me say Andre Stephen does something I really want to talk about it because we love to give people bad name. So when me see people are do good and me see him raise fund and give to and me say she put it out to Donnelly mother, Miss Sophia. She said she received. I'm going to play it. I want to listen.
Well, it's a beautiful afternoon. It's raining on the outside, but yes, it is a beautiful afternoon. And I want to say a big thank you. We did a before picture, Auntie Claudette and Andre did a before picture on my shop. This is Sophia Love, otherwise known as Mama Sophia, Donnelly Mommy. All right, and I was blessed with $260,000. Amen. By Andre and the gifters of Jamaica and all over the world. And of course, you can look back on the before picture you are seeing here now. The stock from the cash that was received, and I am extremely grateful. All right, you could see there all of the goods. They're all over the place, thank God. And if you come over here, you see we still have more here all over the place. See it there? All right. And we can also go into the refrigerator and look there. See? Right. And for those who didn't know about it, yes, I was blessed with 260,000, which I received from Andre and the partner drawn TV. Forget the noise in the background.
I think that's a
It's
good
busy road.
initiative.
And forget my untidiness because it's a business and also a home. So you will, well.
I think that was a good gesture. I think that was a good. You see, we love to find fault. So when people do good, we can say a good too. Because none of the parliamentarian and them not do what the people them, the common people do. None of them. Because look here, $260,000 and more than where the government a give for make roof. For people put on back roof. And in threatening people themselves, if anybody when I put on their roof, we might get more up on them. Anyway, find out so they use the money other than the roof, it might get more come for them. That in tell the people then. Do better on the government any day. We do better on the government. Him really work and he really go out there in the hurricane time and he really help the people them. But when I say the government wouldn't see it forgive this woman 250,000. 260,000, she says. So she can start up her little shop and sell her little one bag juice and her little one something, you know? At least, and if she wise, she turn the money around and make it work. So it's a good gesture, very good gesture. No, I like when people do good. You commend the good. Because we love when we say bad for talk about it. And he couldn't get the money and the gear to so that was a good gesture, to be honest. We say serve them right. But we are feeling too curiosity kid. Because people are go hospital and can't get no bed for lay down pan. You know, say, oh, when you, let me make a ear with, because maybe you never hear a big stone and say, oh, then treat him down a public hospital. Make a play it. Can look back for your clip and play it.
I don't believe that's signing up, but I watch something. See?
What?
I don't believe that's signing up.
I want to eat that. Try to remember which one of them. Oh, see, I'm fine. I want to listen to this.
But I watch something.
Big Stone at home after self-discharge from KPH.
All right, Clive. Listen to this. I play it the other night, but for those who never hear it, I play it again. When I listen to this. It soon start.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claude Sinclair.
You wish I wrote like
I had
you.
one of the most
Listen to this.
wickedest experience I've ever had in my life in any hospital or any public institution. As you know, I am suffering from stage 4 prostate cancer. And ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a severe case of diarrhea, which simply means I cannot control my bowel movements. I'm already wearing a catheter, so I have to just, whenever I feel like I want to use the bathroom and I cannot walk, it should just let go. Now I'm wearing Pampers, and as you know, if you're suffering from diarrhea, things get leaky. Now with the PSA system here at the Kingston Public Hospital, Ward 3N, where I was hospitalized, I was treated like an animal. Yes, as I said so in the video yesterday, I was treated like an animal. Nobody supposed to be treated like an animal. Ladies and gentlemen, while I defecated on myself more than one time, and I called for the PSA to ask somebody to clean me, nobody pays me any mind. Nobody pays me any mind at all. Severe case of diarrhea. I wanted to use the bathroom again. There's nobody to assist me, so I defecated on the bed. As you know, wearing these Pampers, they're very light, and when you're running, the belly is running, it leaks through. So you know what the nurse said to me? Hey you, look at what you did to the bed. When I look around, I was feeling so ill. I said, what I did to the bed, what about the people that's supposed to clean up every time you defecate? She said, the people that are supposed to clean up every time you defecate, is you who's supposed to keep the place clean. And it's you who shit up the bed. You're nothing but a nasty, fat old man. Ladies and gentlemen, she said that to me. Look at how I live. Just look how I live in a king size bed. I have a home care provider that takes care of me 24/7. So for a young nurse to look at me and say those words to me hurt my heart tremendously. I have a loving wife, Dominique Sinclair, my daughter Claudia. When she heard how I was treated by this nurse, she was a chubby set nurse with a black belt and some black thing on her hat. I don't even know what position she holds. Another thing also, when they get a chance to wash you down, the amount of force that they use to scrub you, it hurts. So I was told to get A and D ointment, $1,950 I had to pay for this. Now I know I can afford it, but what about those who cannot afford this ointment? When I look at the brother next door to me, he had defecated on himself 2-3 times already. And just the way these people are treated. What? Move your foot now. Move over there, so. You're nasty like what? Look at that look. Place smelly like what? What? We don't have people that are trained to take care of sick people? Is this what Jamaica has come to? But you know what I did? I checked myself out of the Kingston Public Hospital. I said I prefer to die in the streets than to be treated the way that I was treated yesterday. I called up my brother. Glenn Sinclair, who's in Jamaica. Glenn has a power of attorney. Anything happened to me if my wife is not here, if nobody's here, if my wife is not here and nobody's not here, he's responsible to take care of me. I said, Glenn, come and get me out of here. Glenn was a little reluctant, so I went online, and after I went online, I said, Glenn, I know my powers, I can get myself outside this hospital, I can discharge myself. I did all the protocol, and I'm home, taking care of myself. Thank you, Jonas Sinclair, and thank
So you hear that? Curiosity kid. Then terrible, one other man we're talking about, Upper University Hospital. Make I find it.
I'm at the University of West Indies Hospital with a family member. We were at Andrews Memorial from 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we get a referral to the UWI. We came here about 8 p.m. last night. I know it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we haven't seen a specialist doctor. Right now, I've seen the system crumble in real times in front of my eyes. It's not about a long wait. It's a breakdown in leadership. The Auditor General report showed millions missing up here. Now we see exactly where the money didn't go. It didn't go to patients, it didn't go to staff, it didn't go to beds. Right now the system is broken. The healthcare system in Jamaica needs to be fixed. We can't live like this in a civilized time.
We're going to play another
People
clip.
want to know previous.
Minister. Me go play another clip. Me gonna hear this woman. This one is no, that one. I think I down this side of all. Hold on one bit, me find it. Well, what want me do with it? Alright, hold on, we'll find it.
So this is our big teeth rubber, teeth on camera, white skull.
I don't know what I do with the video. A family member of mine said the same thing a few days ago. So say not another day in the hospital, not even water to wash his hand and sitting up in a chair. The system bad. I mean, say if all Mal and Maga never come out and attack, then they see it. Everybody by YouTube, tap up the screen, man. Over 100 of you, tap up, man. We should have reached 100 taps. Right. Everybody attack, man. Andrew is a failure. Hi, Ian. I'm good. I'm good. No, me I play back a clip of a play last night. I want to listen to this and tell me if Andrew are not wicked. Tell me if the Andrew-led Jamaica Labour Party government is not a wicked. Listen to this.
Hello, South St. James. I want to be clear with you from the outset because many of you have come to my office frustrated about the slow pace of housing recovery.
Listen to this.
Parliament decided that housing recovery after Hurricane Melissa would be managed directly by the government through its ministries and agencies, primarily the Ministry of Labour and Social Security and the Ministry of Housing. That responsibility does not sit with the Member of Parliament. But if your home suffered major damage from Hurricane Melissa, it is the government, not the MP, that has the authority and the resources to assist you with housing. Housing assistance is being driven through assessments and databases managed by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. So if your home is not in that database, you will not receive government housing support. That is why I continue to urge residents to self-report. Go to their website at www.mlss.gov.jm and to keep all of your photos and your videos of your damage. I must also raise serious concerns because across South St. James, I continue to receive complaints that assessment teams have not reached some communities or that residents were overlooked even when teams were present. I've also heard concerns about political bias among some volunteers. While I cannot verify every report I've received, the pattern is worrying and it raises fears that South St. James may be left behind because if you're not in the database, you will not get support. Now, despite the challenges, we have acted where we can. As you know, $10 million was allocated to each affected constituency for housing assistance from last year. We were advised that grants of $100,000 could be issued, but that would have helped only 100 households. After consultation with churches and community leaders, we decided to divide the funding into $50,000 grants. So 200 of the worst affected households could receive something. It's not a lot, but something. 50 were to be selected through the churches, so the church would select a member. 50 through me in consultation with community stakeholders, and the other 100 was divided into 25 for each of the 4 divisions. That information has been submitted to the ministry and we're awaiting disbursement. So that's done already. I also need to flag a critical issue. A humanitarian group based in the UK and Barbados has pledged up to 30 housing solutions for South St. James, along with support for sustainable electricity and water. They are prepared to come at their own cost, but their work is stalled because a simple MOU from the government has not been signed. There is now a real risk that South St. James could lose this support because of inaction, bureaucracy, red tape, confusion. I want to thank those who have stepped in where the response has been slow. I thank the Jaja Foundation, Shani Gonzalez and her family and friends, CM Recycling and Mr. McFarling and his team, the Most Honorable PJ Patterson and the donors he has mobilized to help us, the Meggie family, Mr. Betton and his friends in Texas, and the many private individuals who have helped quietly and asked me, please, don't spread them business abroad. For those who wish to help with a housing repair package of about $150,000, you can help to stabilize a damaged home. And a basic 10 by 10 starter structure can be built for about $300,000. Support with building materials such as block, steel, and cement, sand, and stone is also welcome. South St. James, we cannot be left behind. Housing remains our greatest need, and I will continue to press until our people are seen, counted, and supported.
The government will sign a MOU for the people them who want come in come build 100 house, but then choose South St. James. The government of Jamaica not signing it for the people then come build the house. Wanna explain it to me? Marlon Morgan. We have a hurricane and people lose. People choose where they want to go make their house. And they come and bring them workman and everything, material, everything for come do it. And just for the government to sign a MOU. And you refuse, Andrew Holness. Your government refuse. You refuse. Right now go be in a Jamaica Labour Party behalf. And I St. Elizabeth them a come. Tell me one thing, people. Type in the comment. Jada, look on the stove. Alright, I'm going to open the phone lines now and make way for anybody who want to call in and share your disgust with what happening in the country. You get on top of my nerves. Imagine. No, me say, me go address 119, you know. Whether you say then take away you're sitting in the machine, me sort of sorry for you. But you chat too much and tell too much lie for a big man. Which part you 119 get the information from that Mark Golding I go step down? And out there on your platform and talking about them I go put in Peter Bunting. The PNP would have half mad and half crazy for remove Mark Golding at this time. Them would have worse mad for put Peter Bunting. A true in a land night I get from bad to worse. But when you can't find no content, you just get up and chat story. If so be it, the PNP would have put themselves back at square one. If Mark decides they want to get up, fine. Can't tell him what to do. But when we understand, people just get up and make up one story and then the people run with story where not have no merit. Not knowing that people are trying. If him can chat Melissa. So me say, me a follow PNP and me not know them they sitting there and you when I follow PNP know them. That's where you get for your information from. About Peter Bunting and take over. If the PNP do that, they left a criminal them for win again. I tell you. Because I tell you the truth. What me see and what me hear. Labour right tell me say the only way them would have vote for PNP is if they see the PNP give Damien Crawford the leadership. And the PNP may have to look into it. And look into now who have money. But look into who the people will choose. So I don't know where 119 get film story from. Where say I look relevance. Oh, I distract them one, distract bright little star. You know, so you're right. Because I'm a labor right, you know. I got my pastor yesterday, which party and put this something in the machine. And me see him move, so it look like they not give him no license to operate it. But he could have operated and sell juice in there. He could have still use the machine, you know. Because I think it can sell juice and biscuit and chips and them something there. The increase in minimum wage. That gone through the window. Hey, that gone through the window, Antoinette. That gone through the window. That was just political gimmicks. We know say nothing in go so. No, me gonna vice it because me hear somebody Senate can give me today and ask me if it's true. Me know say anything is possible, but me not believe it is true. All right, the phone line open. Anybody want to call in? We say every day is a disgrace. $32,000 for minimum wage. You not even hear that the sound. You not even hear the gunfire that the sound there. Not a sound. Not a sound. Not a sound. Chicken shot. I wish for chicken shot. I must say true. Me have chicken enough in my fridge for Christmas. They must say chicken meat shot. Oh, me need to play this. Me gonna hear enough for when I remember to play it. But them say that one virus out. We want to know if it take necessary precaution. Listen this.
Report, Shamela Pullen takes a closer look at the H3N2 influenza virus.
Family physician Dr. Orville Nemart says he's seeing an increase in influenza A cases in his practice. Influenza is a viral infection that typically occurs during the flu season, which runs from October to March. The strain currently being seen is the H3N2 subtype of influenza A.
But this one has been labeled a super flu because it sort of steps a little outside of what we're used to and outside of what we were prepared for this season. In explaining that, we prepare flu vaccines for the flu season starting from as far back as December of the previous year. And the flu season starts like in September for us in the Northern Hemisphere. The projections which were made based on the strains which were being seen, this strain of flu is a little outside of that.
H3N2 is highly contagious and is often associated with more severe flu symptoms and increased hospitalizations. Children, the elderly, and people with chronic illnesses are most at risk.
The additional stuff we've seen is a bit of vomiting in some persons, some diarrhea. But the sequelae, meaning what happens after the acute infection, is what's proving to be more important, I find. Persons are developing asthma symptoms, and this is persons who sometimes have never had a history of asthma, and also in some of our older patients, they're getting lower respiratory tract infections, in other words, pneumonias. And it's not presenting like what we would expect for pneumonia, is what people would call the walking pneumonia. They're coming in with just a persistent
I don't know
cough
anything
or
about that
persistent
jet
malaise. And sometimes it's only when you listen to the chest or maybe do an x-ray that you pick up that there is something going on there.
Treatment for the flu
focuses on managing symptoms and seeking medical care. Individuals are advised to rest, stay hydrated, and see a medical doctor if symptoms worsen or persist.
There is still a percentage cover which you will get from the flu vaccine, and there is still cross reactivity which you will get. So persons who have been taking their vaccines over the years and so on, even if you do come down with the flu, the symptomatology is much less than what you'd expect if it is that you had not been immunized over the time.
With your health report,
So, Nadia, the same type of flu you have, and boy, you said that did pain you up, or how you feel? Explain how you feel. And them for step down. You will lock, stock, and barrel of them. They did walk about Mark Golding and go step down. And that's a problem in my country right now. All if Mark Golding has step down is not Jamaica problem right now. Jamaica problem is the mess we are going and the corruption. That is the problem. Mark and the government. So if him step down, I have nothing to do with the government. But we are seeing come out every minute about for dirty corruption. And it is clear because we can see it with we eye. But me say, man, unless there is not a God somewhere, man, all of them must go down. When I do evil, when I have to go down. Remember me telling you that. When I have to go down. So Cuba send come to Jamaica buy like a oil. And Jamaica and sell them the oil. Cuba LGP tanker Emila returned empty after Jamaica declined to load fuel. Following news, U.S. sanction that penalized country supplying Cuba energy to Cuba. You see all your Donald Trump, you're another one thing, you know. You have to go on with some things when I write for humanity. Because why would you know say Pitney and all of these people on the island? And because if you don't go down there for whoever you want, just like how you go down to Venezuela, and you make the people then suffer. Forget on their own way. I don't like evil people, you know. I don't feel that you don't have power and you can do this and you can bomb up this and you can send this and send that. You must just continue to do what you do. It's not right. It's not right. And it's inhumane. It is not right. So some are afraid of dead, we're afraid for talk. We're dead anyhow. Just remember. So we're going dead anyhow. Alright, me promise on the last night so I'm going to finish play the rest of the okay, me laugh at something. The committee. Imagine it, Cuba always have we back. And I couldn't give them like an aisle. And I could have give them an aisle and tell them to come back and Donald Trump no have to know if you don't keep on your mouth shut. But all them, you know. Because I'm going to catch you all of them. Sad to see what them do to Cuba, man. Cuba did it by themselves and not make no war with nobody in the Caribbean. They not make no war with the US neither. Alright, anybody else have anything for say now? Oh, Minister, I'm going to play this something for you. I'm going to play Everald Wilmington. I'm Juliet Oldness here.
If you want to clear your phone storage without spending any money, use the Cleanup app. With just one click, it will optimize
these committees. I've asked for both. Don't second it, please. I will tell you why. Remember when we took up this exercise last sitting with the Standing Orders Committee, we were going to look at the Standing Order one line item at a time, going down 1 point at a time. And we realized that that would have taken us forever. The way these are drafted, it would have to be a composite document because it is not like our old Standing Order slightly adjusted. Literally, it's a full revamp. And the ordering is revamped, everything is revamped. So that's why the thought process from the chair here was to say, look, let us take this entire book, take our existing standing orders, and each of us make our notations as we go through. When we come, look at the table of content at the front, members. When we come to go through, based on how this table of content is done, literally it means even if we wanted, as Member Paul is asking, to take segments, it would mean that we'd have to say, all right, our concern is about bills, or our concern is conduct. It would be a little different than the way it would have been before. So we literally will have to look at this entire body of work, make whatever additional adjustments we would want to make. Like, for example, I will say, remember Oversight Committee had a adjustment for
you should try to explain to Wame. This is not Wame I said to her.
The reports coming out of, say, the Integrity Commission. Based on the discussions I've heard at the Joint Select, even the Integrity Commission said, look, we do not have anyone that we send our reports to. That, in their estimation, was a flaw. In here, we have included it to say they would be required, if the membership are of that view, and the members of the House are of that view, that those persons would submit their reports to the Oversight Committee for review. In the same way that members and other civil servants required submit their reports to the Integrity Commission. Member Wilmington would sometimes ask who review those persons. And so in these standing orders would have been notations to do that adjustment. And members may look at it and say, okay, it needs to go less, it needs to go more. So you will look, when you're going through, I would say to definitely take a look on the role and function of the various committees. One would include the Integrity Oversight Committee. Next one,
well, you had mentioned how we involve other members. And I think for our side, we will be conducting separate sit-down with our members just to go through.
That's good.
And then, so when we come back here, we'll be speaking on the full authority.
Wonderful. That is excellent. That's very efficient. Next person is Member Wilmington.
All right. There's one addition I need to have made to the standing orders. The issue is that there's nothing like penalty in the standing order as it relates to people who appear before committees. I've been in committees where...
hold on, missed something. There is nothing like penalty in the standing order for?
Yeah, I've looked through quickly, the day before, where you have people appear before the committee and before committees and questions are asked and tell you plain, I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to respond. Or the committees are treated with contempt, where where people are asked to appear and they just don't appear.
Yeah, overtime. But them never come.
Like there are 3 weeks the JPS did not appear. I'm saying there has to be like if you look at the US Congress, you can be submitted as someone for the committee, who's then their penalty you prison term not exceeding so and so, or both. We have not like this here. And I've sat on committees where we're told, I'm not going to answer. I'm not responding. Chris, the oversight of people to respond. I'm not going to answer. And yet we have no authority to place any fine or penalty on such behavior. So we need to include inside of here that we're not treated with this type of disregard and contempt by members.
So I would say, Member Warmington, to please also note that as one of the recommendations that you would
Yes, I will. I'll be coming back with that.
Coming back from the
Yes,
review.
I'll come back with that.
I would say, in thinking about your suggestion, agreed that there are penalties or repercussions that need to occur from misconduct. However, I am not sure you can guide me, especially those who are legal luminaries, as to whether or not we can, without legislation, make it possible for any type of imprisonment or court action. I know we have subpoenaed persons before, because I remember in my first term, we had persons who were called and they didn't want to come because they were no longer with the entity.
All right, let me stop this
I'm
now.
not sure if you're...
All right. Anybody else want to say anything? Anybody else? Well, I don't know. So anytime I don't know, I'm not saying I'm done the program. Because I don't know what happened to me at nighttime, guys. As night come, I want to sleep. It seems like me could come on earlier, come in a day or something. Because I notice that when nighttime come, I want to go on my bed. I want to sleep. I not keep up well. So, anything else anybody wants to say before I go? Any comment? Seems like everybody okay.
A fisherman gave details of the dramatic rescue mission.
Me up on the land and see boat when it a go out. And when the boat a go out, me see say boat. Nah run good and me say how them a run the boat so. And when me look, me no see boat again. All me see one sitting a float a kundo me see. And me have to start show to the people, man, I say, see that boat there turn over and the people them are dead.
He says in trying to assist, he encountered some challenges.
We go out there.
Good question. I don't hear them say nothing about it.
Big 2 box put him in the boat because me didn't do it, you know dead. So, yes, sir?
Yeah, Jamaica almost drama.
Yeah, because...
Jamaica real drama. Alright, guys. This way we're going to stop the program for tonight. Yeah, thanks. We appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for being here too. Yeah, I'm going to get myself a sleep and see if I can get a good sleep tonight. So, I wake up early in the morning and catch it. All right, love you now. Thanks for the support and thank you for keep coming back to the channel. Life with Jennifer JM. I am your girl, Auntie Jen. I am your girl, Auntie Jen. Catch you later. I hear that he's dogging the extradition. That's why he act like him sick. You end early. Me tell you something, day I sleep. Me want to sleep. Me feel like me want to sleep, Brenda. So, we catching it tomorrow, man. Me I go in the back. Me I make up back all the hours then. Me I make up back all the time. Don't worry yourself. Me I make them up back. Catching up. But me want to sleep. You say your body want to sleep? Nothing that not cure there for sleep, but go sleep. I go down, me lay down, me not fall asleep same time. I want to fall asleep by 10 o'clock. So, have yourself a great night. Love you guys. Yeah, have a good night. Catch you later.